This is Mr. Will Jackson, known to his friends again as Mr. Will Jackson. He plays amazing guitar, amazing keyboards, and he is the man who produces everything and works the desk.
That's me.
That's it.
Yeah.
And this is Mr. Mike Bedford, and he is our splendid, amazing drummer. And a new addition, as regards the interview, is Alison. Alison I first met her in the 90s, and she has been in, I think, 5 of our videos, 5 videos altogether.
Thank you.
Starting with Walking in the Sea by Mistake, and she was a PC McCallum policewoman A in Stealing My Identity. Yeah. And we thought it'd be nice to include Alison today.
Thank you, Colin.
And she's going to be in the next video as well, which is, we're doing one called Titanium Heart. So we just finished the track today, nearly. It's got to be mixed, but we've got it edited down to the right length.
And it's sounding good.
And it's sounding all right.
This is Mr. Colin Whittaker.
Oh, thank you very much. Yes.
And it's his band.
Can I just say, I'll just mention this now because I didn't last time. It was not my idea to call it the Colin Whittaker Band. My brother, who plays bass, he played bass on Mansion on the Moon and Empty Bottles, and he'd ring me up. He went through a phase of ringing me up every day and saying, "You've got to call it Colin Whittaker Band. You've got to call it Colin Whittaker Band." And it just went on for weeks. I said, "All right, I'll call it." So it was his idea to call it the Colin Whittaker Band. So I eventually did, and then he left the band.
Yeah.
He left
Excellent.
the band. Yeah, so blame my brother for that. If it was up to me now, and we were calling the band something, I'd call it something like Red. R-E-D, nice and simple for YouTube. So
yeah.
If you're in a band, call your group Red, and then it's very easy for people who want to see you on YouTube. They don't have to put the Colin Whittaker Band.
Yeah, just simply.
Simply Red, yes.
Red.
What a great name. Yeah, great name, Simply. Good idea, Will.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So that's...
I've got to make happen on speed dial.
For you.
So at the moment, on Titanium Heart and on the next track, it's just me, Will and Mike, and Alison is part of the... She's actually doing a voiceover at the start of Titanium Heart. And she's, as I said, she's been in about 5 of our videos. Is that right? 5, I think?
Round about that.
Yeah, 5 or 6, something like that.
Yeah.
Whatever, Colin.
Right. So that's the introduction. That'll do. Won't it?
Yeah. Well, if she wasn't, she should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Working on a track called Titanium Heart, which we were going to release as the next single. We're filming a video in about 2 weeks featuring PC McCallum over there and the group. We're filming it in a pink mansion. We were going to release that one next, but we have we've got a new song which is anti-Putin. I'll never go to Russia now, will I?
No.
So we want ideally to release this song, which is probably going to be called Back to Moscow, or the full title is Take Your Tanks Back to Moscow. We want to record that quickly and release it and hopefully raise money for charity, because there are 7 million homeless Ukrainians and we want to try and help in some way. And how did you describe the chorus? Well, what sort of music did you say it was?
Balkan. It's got a Balkan flavour to it, which is appropriate, of course. Yeah, and these things need to be said.
Yeah.
True.
Because when it all kicked off, I think we were recording the week that the Russian-Ukraine conflict kicked off. We just happened to be recording here, and Mike and Will had all the information. They'd obviously been watching the news and listening to it and that's all you talked about all day.
Well, I've been to Russia countless times. So I sort of, I feel that side, not the Russian side, but how the paranoia is over there.
Yeah.
And also, yeah, how it is paranoia, to be honest. But it's not very nice what's going on, really, is it?
It's disgusting.
Yeah. Well, I was very glad to get back on the plane.
Yeah, you didn't like it, did you?
Oh, I hated it.
I just think he's a big bully. That's what I think of Putin. I'm not really very political, but I think it's disgusting. I just think he's a bully. So I'll never go to Russia. And also, Alison's next door neighbours are currently
They're hosting.
hosting
They're
two.
hosting two Ukrainian, Natalia and Liana, mother and daughter. And, you know, it's to hear their story of leaving the Ukraine, to coming to the UK, leaving a husband and a son behind is beyond comprehension.
They've lost everything, haven't they?
Yeah, they've lost everything. You know, they're leaving their pets behind, and the journey over was horrific. So I've got a lot of respect.
And I saw a photo, Alison showed me a photo of them at a rally in York.
Yeah, it was the Ukraine Independence Day, and I took Natalia and Liana along to that, and it was just amazing to see the outpouring of love from people, the people of where I live, to support them in their situation and see other Ukrainians, their families. And it was at York Minster, and it was quite special.
And it was the photos that sort of helped
Yeah.
inspire the song for me anyway.
Yeah, helped you, it inspired you. I felt completely humbled. You know, you just, until you see fellow, say, refugees, you just can't begin to understand their plight in
When-
the scenario.
When Colin mentioned it to me, actually, I just thought straight away, yeah, we've got to do it, because, I mean, I don't know, I could be wrong, but I don't know of anybody that's actually written a song about this. There's been lots of people who have recorded, re-recorded or recorded songs in charity, as a charity singer, haven't they?
Yeah, it's normally Let It Be or Ferry Across the Mersey, isn't it? You know, and we don't want to do that,
No.
you know, so
But the
it's
fact that
been
you're
done.
actually penning your own song
Yeah.
about this, I as soon as you told me, I just thought, yeah, that's a great idea.
So we were going to release, Titanium Heart will be released next year in 2023. As I said, we're doing the video in 2 weeks, but we hope to do this new song, Back to Moscow, first and release it hopefully this year in 2022. And it will be a charity single, and the proceeds will be donated to charity, hopefully, you know, to homeless people. If we can do that, if we can get that organised. We've not even recorded the song yet. Everyone here has just heard it for the first time, the chorus for the first time today. So our plans are to release Titanium Heart next year and hopefully do this new one, Back to Moscow, before then, and we hope to do it before the end of the year. Originally.
Ooh, so there was an advert in the Yorkshire Evening Post for a band called the Orange World of Titan wanting a model to be in their new video, and I applied, and I got to meet Colin and have a good chit chat, and apparently I was hoping he would say that thousands had applied, and he turned to me and he goes, "You're the only one, so you have to do." Seriously? Seriously? You're the only one you have to do. Anyway, I have the
Cassette.
cassette. Woohoo.
I don't know what
I
the song
have.
is actually, but go on.
The original vinyl.
Whoa.
If anyone wants to buy an original
This is
vinyl,
aging me now.
contact me and I'll sell you one, because I've got a few hundred in the
And I've
bedroom.
got the video. And so I did the video for the Walking in the Sea and the Imaginary Lady, and then we lost touch. There's no mobile phones or anything like that then, and it just completely lost touch. And then probably about 6 months ago, I was cleaning out, like, I have a memory trunk of bits and pieces, and I came across the...
Wow.
I wonder what happened to Colin. And I had Googled, but a long time ago, and there was nothing, but you were travelling and doing your thing then and whatever. So I Googled, and up pops the interview that you were doing with these guys, and it was with Cherie, and it was for the, was it $1 Million?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, oh my God, Colin, he's still alive. So I just watched the video, I listened to all the songs, which were just incredible. And then there was more, and I pressed it. It's me. Oh my God, it's me. From
the 90s.
a long time ago. And it absolutely blew me away. And it's just, geez, Colin actually liked that enough to put it onto YouTube. So it was kind of like a really surreal moment just to find yourself on YouTube from when I was 20 years old, which is bizarre.
And you were a professional model, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
You were.
Yeah,
so.
I did quite a lot.
Yeah.
But I finished when I was 21. I got married, had 2 boys, and that was it. But
now you're back.
Now I'm back.
Yeah.
I'm back.
And she looks very good.
Oh, stop it, Colin. I'm taking to Specsavers tomorrow.
Thank you. Can't see anything right now, but yeah. So, yeah, that's how we met, and you were a professional model at the time, weren't you?
Yes, I was.
So.
Did somebody say you're related to Kate Moss?
Oh, stop it. Thank you.
We mentioned the song and the video to $1 million. Well, somehow an agent in America saw that video on YouTube, and he got in touch, and we were offered a tour of America, a 1-month tour of America in Missouri and Las Vegas in 3,000-seater theatres, 2 shows a day, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And if we do ever play live, I don't think we ever will, but if we do ever play live, it's a 5-piece band, and 3 of the 5 said yes, and 2 said no, including Will.
Yeah, I don't travel.
You don't gig anymore, do you?
No, I get sick and I cry for my mummy.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah. But anyway, three of us said yes, and so we told the agent we'd do it. We thought we could get a replacement keyboard player.
Yeah, you'll be lucky.
And that went on for 6 weeks. So for 6 weeks this year, me and Mike certainly, we were looking forward to going to America. And then unfortunately, one of the 3 who said yes, the day before we were going to ring the agent and iron out all the final details, changed their mind and said, no, I'm not going anymore, didn't they?
Yeah.
So unfortunately, that was the end of it. But hopefully the door's still open a little bit. And
There'll be other chances.
the fact is, we did get offered a tour of America, and we were hoping, and that was a nice offer, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But once we told the agent we were going for 6 weeks, and I can understand this point of view by being disappointed and fed up with us after.
Yeah, because he could have found somebody else in 6 weeks, couldn't he?
Yeah, and he was. We'd even penciled in we were going to go in March 2023, so the month tour, it was already worked out when we were going to go. But yeah, one of us changed their mind. We're not going to mention who it is, and
Well, it wasn't me.
It wasn't him. No, Will said no right from the start.
At least, you were firm with that, weren't you?
I was brutal, in fact.
Yeah, so unfortunately that fell through, but we did get offered that, which was great. Nice to be offered, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And me and Mike were really looking forward to it, weren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But
One day.
we're not going, not at the moment anyway.
If you got a gig in the White House.
Yeah, you'd do that, would you?
Yeah. in front of President Reagan or something like that.
He's no longer with us, I don't think.
Isn't he?
No, he's died. No. He's dead.
Is he?
Yeah.
What, he's an ex?
He's an ex-president, yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
God, that's a bolt out of the blue.
Yeah, so about that.
Dear
Titanic sank as well, did you hear about that?
What's that?
The big ship, the Titanic.
Oh, that one with the chimneys on it?
Yeah, it's sunk.
You've just been too busy, Will.
Yeah, true.
Waxing hits.
Life passed him by.
Yeah.
So that's it. That's the American tour story. Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so the last couple of years since we last met have been interesting, really. What with pandemic and COVID. Obviously, I play live a lot. I was doing a lot of work abroad. I was actually in Germany when it first started. We started seeing some of the shows getting pulled. Didn't think it would last as long as it did. We only thought a couple of months, but there we are. And same for you, wasn't it, Will? You had to close the place down.
Yeah, the studio was shut completely for the first lockdown. Second lockdown, well, yeah, it was weird because the government made an exemption for studios and rehearsal rooms. So we were allowed to open and operate normally, obviously with the social distancing things.
Yeah.
Every single room, studio, everything got sprayed down and wiped after every session. All the mics cleaned. It was ridiculous.
Wow.
But we got through it.
Yeah, it was an interesting one for me because, I mean, we are back to gigging, but it's not returned fully to normal. We had the issue with vaccinations, having to have all that, having travelling through the airports. And also the other flip side of that with Brexit is we're only allowed 90 days out of 180 free movement across Europe. And I'm at 76 already. And after that, you have to get a visa.
You're 76 already?
I'm 76.
Are you? He looks good, doesn't he, for his age?
Yeah, you're wearing well.
He does,
But,
yeah.
you have to get a visa, which is apparently is £2,000.
Is that all?
Ooh.
I'll have 6 at that price.
That yeah, it's a difficult one to work out because it's constantly rolling. A couple of guys in the band have got this app, and you put your dates in, and it automatically calculates how many days you've got out of the 90 left. But I find it's confusing because it's constantly rolling over from your start date.
Ah, so you're constantly getting a new start date.
Yeah. I don't know if anybody there, you've heard of Anastasia, haven't you?
Yeah.
The singer.
Yeah.
I know a drummer called Steve Barney. He was offered a tour with her. He's been working with her for 12 years. Got offered a tour, and because of the amount of dates in and out of Europe, he couldn't do it. So he's lost his job for 12 years, and he's now starting a campaign to try and get visa-free travel for musicians across Europe. Because although it's returning to normal slowly, it's still having a major effect on a lot of people. Because if I hit that 90 days and get told there's another 4 gigs, I can't go. Can't do it.
It's nuts. They should have sorted this out at the beginning.
Yeah.
But the arts always take
Very true.
They always
bottom
get
of the
hungry.
list.
Yeah. But that's only come to light now COVID has relaxed.
Yeah.
We had to deal with the restrictions of COVID.
Now
You
it's
didn't
this.
think about that, and then now this has popped its head up, and you're like, oh no.
And we have to mention the famous Mr. Dancer long sleeves, don't we?
Oh yeah.
Of course.
Are we ready to say sleeve them? Are you ready?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
Sleeve them!
We want to say a big thank you to Dalmain and big respect to our friends in Jamaica and
Yay.
Africa.
Yeah.
And Dalmain, Dancer Long Sleeves, did a fantastic job on Stealing My Identity, and we're hoping that he'll be involved in future videos.
Yeah.
He's a great guy. He's got his own clothesline, hasn't he, Alison?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
he's started up his
And-
new line.
One way or another, I think he'll be a millionaire one day. So
Yeah.
a big thank you, a big respect to Dancer Long Sleeves.
All the t-shirts have got long
Respect.
sleeves on them.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh, speaking of t-shirts, Colin's t-shirt.
yeah. Policewoman